Soy Andrea Calle, estamos aquí en Las Vegas desde la UFC 146 y tengo el placer de estar con el campeón de la UFC, Ben Henderson. Well, thank you very much for being here, first of all. We know you're going to be fighting soon, August, against Frankie Edgar. Do you start like actually prepping, doing camp very early, like months ahead, or is it just a couple of weeks, you just do your regular training and just set your mind for that regular opponent a couple of weeks before?
Yeah, my training camps are actually kind of shorter. I only do like 5-week training camps because I'm in the gym every day. I do like 3 days, 4 days every day. That's just how I go. I like being in the gym, and then after that time, then we start game planning specifically for a certain fighter, specifically for Frankie, as the case may be. But yeah, normally shorter training camps, but only like 5 weeks. You get beat up during training camps. You get beat up and stuff. So it's a trial on your body.
Well, we know that you train with Jamie Varner. He was fighting today. He did really good against a very tough opponent. So that means that, your training camp works. There has to be a reason why he's doing, part-time with you and part-time. So tell us a little, what is that exactly you do that makes it such a great training camp?
Well, I think my gym, the MMA Lab in Glendale, Arizona, Jamie Varner, decided to come over to our place and split his time at his home gym, ACS, Arizona Combat Sports, and come over to our place. I think it's helped Jamie a lot, I think mentally as much as anything else, because he has all the physical tools. He's a great boxer. He has great wrestling. His jiu-jitsu is coming along. He has good wrestling, good grappling, but technical jiu-jitsu, he's working on that. He's coming along, and it's more mental, the aspect that I think we really helped him with when he came over to the MMA Lab. He gets great sparring, obviously. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased, but I think we do things well at the MMA Lab. We have a formula for success. We do a pretty good job with that formula. What it is who knows? Who can put their exact finger on what it is? But it's just same thing every gym does. We do all the exact same thing, all the exact same drills, all the exact same techniques and whatnot. Just try and fine tune them, try and make them a little better than that other guy.
Well, you got into the mental aspect about the training. When you talk about mental aspect, what exactly do you mean?
Oh, for some fighters, we all know the fighters. We all know basketball players, football players who are great in practice. And they just kick everybody's butt in practice. They're untouchable, the best boxers ever, best wrestling, best jiu-jitsu. They're all world. But once it comes, the bright lights are on, the cameras are on, there's 20,000 people around you, and then they kind of freeze up. For whatever the case is, they can't let go. And the mental aspect of that, being able to just loosen up, do what you do, be who you are, and not be so nervous inside the cage when the lights are on, when the cameras are on. And for a reason, we do a pretty decent job of at the MMA Lab of letting loose.
And is there any a specific exercise that I might be able to use actually on camera?
Yeah.
So is there anything you actually do, like any type of specific exercises that you do for mental aspect, or is it just more repeating you're the best, but imagining yourself? Or
yeah, it is a lot of visualization. I wouldn't say there's one thing we do specifically that we focus on. It's a little bit of everything, but we do try and do a little bit of visualization at our gym. That seems to help. It helps me a lot. I do a lot of visualization myself personally. And at my gym, we are able to, do a good job enough to get our hand raised at the end of fights.
Well, today we had an amazing card. The main card, co-main event, the main event. Cain, pretty much did his job with Bigfoot.
Yes.
What were your thoughts when you see those type of, huge guys? Cain's super fast. He's pretty much, he's fast as a lightweight. So what are your thoughts when you see something like that?
Well, with Cain, I was first, all the blood. I was like, oh, wow, that's a lot of blood. Somebody get in there, mop the floor. He had some nasty elbows, ground and pound, vicious ground and pound on Bigfoot. He was able to go out there, impose his will right away. That's what he does great. He's great at imposing his will. If he wants to keep the fight standing, the fight stays standing. If he wants to go to the ground, it goes to the ground. Wherever he wants the fight to take place, however it is for him to impose his will, he's great at doing that. He did that against Bigfoot, had some nasty elbows, some nasty ground and pound. Did a great job. Most thing that I stood out to me was his freaking, how bloody it was. It's like, oh wow, it's a bloodbath in there.
Yes, it was a very, and then Junior Dos Santos, of course, his first defeat.
Yeah, Junior was great. He's so quick, so fast. He's so much faster than most other heavyweights. He's a lighter heavyweight. He's not very big. A lot of guys are a little bit heavier than he is, so he's able to use that to his advantage, being quicker than other heavyweights. He's not just a plotter. He doesn't just walk guys down, but he's able to be quicker and faster than guys and use that to his advantage.
Well, we're going to have Junior Dos Santos Cain now, number 2. So what are your thoughts? Any predictions? I know it's a little early, but...
Yeah, it's definitely a little early. Those guys just got done a couple hours ago, you know.
But I mean, you're the champion. I would like to hear from
yes,
you.
Yes, yes. I will say Cain has a vicious, mean streak in him. That's one of the best things about him. He imposes his will. He has a great mean streak. I think in this next fight, he's going to not go in as casual and just, play the stand-up game, whatever. I think for the next fight, for the rematch, he's going to go in and impose his will, whatever that is, whatever the game plan that their coaches put together. He's going to impose his will from the very beginning, and I think that might make the difference. Him being hungry like that, him being upset, still mad about losing his title, I think that might make the difference. I'll go with Cain in an early pick.
Well, Ben, thank you very much for being here with us. We wish you the best now in your fight against Frankie Edgar, and we hope to see you in Miami.
Cool. Well, thank you very much. Hopefully I can make it out to Miami sometime.
I love that.
Visit El Octagono for all the latest in MMA, news, fight results, interviews, live event coverage, podcast, and video capsules. All this and much more in Spanish. Find all your MMA needs here inside El Octagono, the #1 source dedicated 100% to MMA in Spanish. eloctagono.com